toasting, joking too. Sipping and roasting is what we do. Light 'em up, drink 'em down. Whiskey and cigars all around. Cheers, y'all.
That sounds like a party just about to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this fine radio program, podcast, and video extravaganza known internationally as the world-famous Smokin' and Toastin'. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars, and Terry wants me to remind you that you can find us on Instagram. We're really working on the Instagram
Smokin' in Toastin'.
Smokin' in Toastin'.
Yeah,
That's pretty fun. Okay. We are so glad to have you here. It's show number 474, and ladies and gentlemen, one of our favorite guests in the world, the Spikey Fots, has returned. Welcome, please, back to the show, Mr. Melvin Doxakis from Maison Ferrand.
Thanks, Crash. Thanks for having me.
No, did you tell him about how it shows up now? When I looked up the podcast in certain areas, they actually AI was saying who the guests were, and you officially show up now as Bartholomew Doxakis.
So uncool.
AI.
I thought you were going to confirm that I'm a Spikey Fots. I'm going to say, that's right, that Dad Bod, Greek god, Spikey Fots is back on
Didn't
Smokin' and
catch that
Toastin'.
at all. It totally caught that you were Bartholomew.
I didn't
So
see where
uncool.
it said Dad Bod Greek God. I didn't see that part.
For those of you who might be confused
That
by
was
this show,
important.
well, let me just say for all of you.
Yeah. His name is Greg.
His name is Gregory Doxakis.
We
However,
just call him Dox, really.
However, we like to change his first name every time we talk about
Well,
him.
and the reason for that is because inexplicably, once when he was on, because he's one of our favorite guests, he's been on like the show a number of times, and going back a year or two, I inadvertently introduced him as Andrew Doxakis, which of course is not his name.
And it was like the
idea.
ultimate, wait, what? What?
I have no idea.
Everybody, are we in the right studio?
No idea where that came from. So now the tradition has become every time he comes on the show, we come up with a new first name for him. And today you're Melvin.
Do I get extra credit for calling you Crash, though?
You do.
That's funny.
That was pretty good.
That was a
good.
I don't care
that
who
was
you are.
a
That's
quick
funny.
and that was a quick and totally thought about response. So I like it. It totally works. Well, welcome to the show. When the Spikey Fots is here, we very often are like very excited because he has a tendency to bring Plantaray rum, and
Really
I
good
see a
rum.
couple of bottles here. But in addition to the rum, Dox has prepared for us a cocktail today to replace the beverage of mystery. It is actually the cocktail of mystery, but since we don't have a recording with that, we'll just play this one. The beverage of mystery. Cocktail. Okay, so
Careful, there's a beverage, man.
yeah. So Dox has gone out into the kitchen, prepared this, and brought it in, and I'm thinking it looks like a really nice glass of water.
Yeah, it does.
Beverage of mystery is where one person brings in a beverage, or in this case, makes a cocktail. And the only person who knows what it is before we begin the program is the person what brung it. And today that's Dox, or Melvin, as we like to call him. So right off the bat, I taste some gin.
Do you know?
Cucumber.
Do you know?
I'm not necessarily a cucumber guy, but it isn't overwhelming here. So I'm enjoying. It's got the refreshing part of the cucumber without necessarily being overwhelming. So I dig this.
I would go. This is very botanical.
What? Yeah, I was going to say, isn't there some sort of mint or you're
Well,
with
that's
the
why
botanical
that's
thing?
why I said gin, because it seemed very botanical, but I could be wrong.
Oh wow! But the taste of it,
Definitely cucumber.
It tastes like cucumber water. I don't even taste like an alcohol.
True.
It's not sparkling at all.
You're right. It didn't have any I started to say condensation. It doesn't have any sparkly bubbles.
That is
That's
some
what I'm trying to
clean
say.
water, though.
Well,
I mean, it is
gentlemen,
clear.
I'm gonna tell you this.
That is not from the sink.
You're not wrong. On any point. Are you ready? Are you ready for me to
Do you-
unveil
let me
the
ask-
beverage of mystery?
Let me ask you a question first.
I am refreshed.
Is that a beverage of mystery in your pocket, or are you just happy to be here?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, we understand.
Did I ever tell you about my perfect crime?
No.
Stealing a banana from an airport kiosk. Because when they stop you, no, I'm just glad to see you. Anyway,
Not gonna
Wait a
fall.
minute. Wait. Give me a second here. All right.
I'm not going to fall for any banana in the airplane's tailpipe.
That was the best Eddie Murphy impression.
It was good,
ever.
wasn't it?
I
really
feel like
was.
he is in the room. Boy, we're digressing all over the place here, aren't
Yes,
we?
we are. And we haven't even gotten to Nicolas Cage yet. So
And the really funny is you all this without even a single drop of alcohol. Because, gentlemen, may I present to you Citadel 0.0, no alcohol.
wow. So this is is it fair to call it a gin if it has no alcohol?
You know what? I'm going to say no.
Okay. All right.
It's a good thing that my palate.
And also with that 0.0.
It's a good thing that my palate cleanser is a 10% beer right now.
But that 0.0 though is we're probably not going to. That's going to be a probably European name. We'll probably just call it Citadel Zero Proof or something like that.
Yeah.
Still working on the name, but the product is the product.
Is this something that's not out yet?
No, not out yet. Probably this summer. In fact, there's probably going to be certain people in France going to be PO'd that I'm showing this, but I love you guys, and I'm willing to take it on the chin for y'all.
Nice.
We appreciate it.
But I'm excited about this because
Is this straight
It does
the
make
way
a
we're
delicious
drinking
drink.
no.
this?
It's straight. No, I did add a little bit of tonic to it.
Okay.
A little bit of
Yeah,
tonic.
you can tell
And
it's
now, and
tonic
honestly,
in it.
that's where you're getting that cucumber from. There's not much cucumber. There's no, but that mint that you taste, that herbaceousness, it's all coming from this, faux gin, if you will.
It is a
So-
wonderful botanical gin
It
flavor.
do- it does have- it does have
You have a
Great
cup
flavor.
over there I could use?
Sure, no, go ahead. And I was going to.
I thought you were just about to drink it out of the bottle.
No, I
really
want
was.
to smell. It smells great.
I want him to chug the whole thing, belch, and throw the bottle on the ground.
Gronk style. Yeah.
So, and I
Great
do
for
want y'all to taste it by itself, but I really want y'all to taste it first in a cocktail because this is what it's for. No, this is going to be without sugar and without alcohol. You can't get that same viscosity. You can't get that same mouthfeel that you're going to get with real gin. But that's not what we're trying to do. This does not taste like original Citadel at all.
I
So
will tell
it's
you.
not
I will tell you
designed
that
to-
this drink that you made is actually quite good.
It is really good.
Thank you. So thank you. It's just something that's a little refreshing that maybe your evening's still going, but you know that
Maybe you
can't.
don't need
and
to
it's time,
drink anymore.
it's time to hit the brakes, but you still want to be social.
Yeah,
Or
I
maybe
love
that
that.
you're taking a week off, or it's dry January, or whatever your dry month is, but yet you still want something to taste. And honestly, we've yet to begin to play with some mocktails or some low proof cocktails, maybe with a little bit of vermouth. The point is that you cannot. There's no way to reproduce Citadel without alcohol in it.
Right.
It cannot be done. So, but this is not going to taste like original Citadel. It's something that's unique and something new from the Citadel family, and we're excited
It
about
doesn't taste like I expected it to taste by itself.
it.
Actually,
But do you see how thin it is? I mean,
Yes.
without
Right,
that,
it didn't have that mouthfeel.
Without that alcohol, it's going to be like thinner than Gwyneth Paltrow after a 6-month juice cleanse. Okay.
Thank you, Shallow Hal.
Yeah.
well played, sir.
Yeah. Well, what I find interesting about this is that there seems to be such a movement right now among companies like yours, for example,
Yeah.
to do these, alcohol-free spirit or beer type beverages.
Well, you will see some brands out there, but you'll be hard pressed to find of a major brand that's with the cachet and respect that Citadel has.
Right.
It's going to have zero.
I can get the
there's
Citadel-
brands out there that have put out new brands, but we felt very strongly that we wanted it to be part of the Citadel family.
I will
'cause
say
this looks
100%.
just like a bottle of Citadel.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. It looks like you're pouring that, which I think the look is a part of it too. Like if you're gonna feel like you're hanging and doing that, might as well look like you are. I think like by itself, I think you're right. This is not gonna sell itself drinking it by itself. But when you put
In
it
that
in here
cocktail,
with a little
yeah.
tonic, this is a delicious drink.
Yeah,
And
like
maybe
and
put
it
a drop
tastes
of
like a
bitters in
gin
there,
and
some
tonic.
orange essence or something like that. The next thing you know, you kind of like you're getting satisfied for that need for a cocktail without putting more alcohol in your body. And I'm gonna say for the record, alcohol is a beast. It needs to be controlled
Tamed.
and tamed. I'm all for it. So God knows we're all for it, right? But I know the virtues of coming up from air now and then, and this is just the perfect solution for it.
I love that. And it actually is delicious.
Or
I mean,
even if you're out for a night having a few cocktails, tossing in something like this in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So where, you're still feeling like you're hanging
Exactly.
with everybody, but you're also hydrating a little bit rather than
All right. So, question for you: you're out with some friends. You've had a few. You can feel they're starting to impact you. You go for a zero alcohol cocktail made with this. Are you letting on to your friends that you're like, hey, I need to take a break? I'm doing a non-alcoholic cocktail, or are you kind of like pretending to still be drinking alcohol?
I wouldn't say anything. Just let them draw their own conclusions.
Okay. That works for me.
I know.
Because-
I have a habit of advertising when I'm drinking. But
Here's the thing. You know how to tell someone's vegan?
Docs is like,
They'll tell you.
Docs,
Okay? And I'm not going to be that guy about non-alcoholic.
that is one of the funniest things you've ever said on this show.
And true.
And true.
And true.
Yeah, and true.
And you know what? I think that there is some truth to the actual alcohol because I did see a lot of those bits on Instagram when it was dry January, like people being like, "Oh yeah, it's dry January," and then like there was a rebuttal of "I don't care" and stuff
Docs-
like that. So I think it's the
Yeah.
same.
Docs is one of those guys, though. He'll always let you know what you're drinking. He's like, Malort!
But see, here's the thing. It's not a pretending thing. I would just order my drink, and if someone came up and said, "Hey, what are you drinking?"
You'll tell
I have no problem talking about
Yeah.
it.
I'm taking a break. I'm having a...
You know, hey, oh yeah, I've had a couple beers already or whatever, so I'm having myself a mocktail.
So what's a bottle of the non-alcoholic Citadel going to sell for, would you say?
I don't know.
That's not
No, seriously.
I expected a little more.
Listen, nothing's for sure right now because again, this is something. It hasn't arrived in the United States yet. We're doing some alterations to the label. We want to make sure we get it just right. But the target shelf price is going to be $19.99.
Okay.
That's my
fine.
wife's gonna have this on her shelf,
Yeah, for sure.
and because she likes doing a mocktail once in a while. Sometimes she wants to have a cocktail without it having alcohol.
Yeah.
And she's bought a couple of. She bought a non-alcoholic tequila. It's it's not good.
Sorry, I take back my. Sorry.
You know what I have been enjoying?
She's bought a couple other things, and like some of them are okay, but like this is very convincing.
You know what I have been enjoying, though, in the non-alcoholic vein, is that Eighth Wonder, which I can see from my house, the brewery, was bought a year or two ago by a cannabis organization.
Right.
And they have put out not only some interesting, like cannabis seltzers, but they also have what they call cannabis spirits. And you can buy one that's labeled agave, so it's supposed to like resemble agave.
I have seen that, and
And
I've seen several other things
I've
starting
actually-
up with that now.
Yeah, I've actually made quote unquote margaritas with it. And they don't quite taste like margaritas, but they're pretty good. I put a little orange in it. I put a lot of lime. I pour in the spirit, and it's 10 milligrams THC per serving or so, and it's actually quite good.
Dude, you know what would make that awesome?
What's that?
Alcohol.
Yeah, some really good tequila. Yeah,
See, now that I actually,
100%.
I guess you could do that though as a thing. What if you mix that and then went ahead
Sure.
and put the tequila in there?
Just
and-
make
Y'all
sure you,
guys have heard of? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
just make sure you don't need to go anywhere that evening. That's all.
Y'all guys heard Tales of the Cocktail?
Yeah.
There was one supplier, one who I admire quite a bit, that 1 year, about 3 years ago, decided to go NA on all their drinks, even though they're not an NA spirits brand. They just got together, made these great cocktails, and they would be cocktails that you would normally would have added a tequila in, or a gin in, or a bourbon in, and everybody went. And at the end of it, my friend that works for them goes, "What'd you think?" I go, "Honestly, that cocktail was great. If it had some gin, that cocktail would have been great. If it had some rum, and just I know that in the spirit of it, God bless them, but just
Docs
at
would be
Tales
like,
of the Cocktail,
And I
that's
got
like
some
no.
in the trunk of my car. You want me to go get it? That'll be.
No, I wish I had brought some 50 mLs with me of Citadel.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
How
perfect.
is it?
I love it.
We-
I love it.
We got to take a break. We'll be back. We haven't even teased drinking news and the drunken fact yet, so we'll do that when we come back. We'll talk about some cigars, and we'll get on our way to some spirits like, no offense, this is wonderful, but some spirits that have alcohol in them coming up.
Spirits with spirit.
Yeah, coming up. It's Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back, my friends. This is Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars, and a bunch of other completely unrelated things that we like to throw in as well. So we'll be bringing you a couple of most popular segments on the program. One is the Drunken Fact, which we will pass along to you here in just a few moments. The Drunken Fact is where we bring you, a little bit of knowledge, a bit of wisdom, a little something you can drop on people next time you're at a party and people are, beginning to get a little loose and you want to come across like you know things. This is one of those perfect factoids for that. And we have a teaser for you. The teaser headline for today's Drunken Fact is... Feels a little nipply out here. And we'll also, of course, in the second hour of the show, bring you drinking news. That's where we bring you a story from the news that is sometimes, but not always about drinking, always best enjoyed if you've been drinking. And our drinking news teaser headline is what you don't want to see in your Florida backyard besides a gator.
Besides a gator.
Besides the gator.
Wow.
Yeah, besides the gator. Yeah, this is
But not
something
beside the gator.
No, well, you wouldn't want that either, and all will be made clear. But yes,
Wow.
besides a gator, so we'll
That's
get to
new.
those things. I had a chance to smoke something interesting this week that I wanted to tell you about because I smoked a cigar that is a collaboration between Artisanal del Tobacco and a guy that I might have mentioned a few times on the program before from Nicaragua, named AJ Fernandez. This has been sitting in my humidor for a while now. It is the Artisans del Tobacco El Pulpo Toro Grande by AJ Fernandez. Been sitting in my humidor for a little while now, calling out to me every time I lift the lid, and I finally gave in this last weekend, and man, am I glad I did.
Sorry, in my mind, it's like one of those perfume commercials. You open up your humidor, it goes, AJ.
I don't know if you remember this, but when before cigarette advertising was banned from television, there was a time when cigarettes used to be advertised.
Oh,
on
yeah, I
television.
remember
Lucky Strike.
And before that happened, there was, I want to say it was Virginia Slims. It was a cigar that was targeted more toward, I'm sorry, a cigarette targeted more towards women. And in the commercial, and you can look this up, you can find these on the internet. The jingle, the cigarette would sing, taste me, come on and taste me. That's a true thing. Look that up.
It's nothing like going to flavor country.
Anyway, that's what the El Pulpo Toro Grande was saying to me every time I opened my humidor. It's a dark reddish brown San Andres wrapper, 6x56 box press with a gorgeous band, and it just looks delicious. El Pulpo, by the way, is Spanish for the pulpo.
Oh, good.
Very
which,
nice.
which I love because it actually translates to the octopus. And there's a really cool-looking octopus with a top hat depicted on the band, which you'll see if you're watching the video. I've been fascinated with octopi ever since I watched the amazing documentary on Netflix called My Octopus Teacher. If you haven't seen it, it is worth the rapidly rising Netflix subscription cost.
Is that the one by Ringo Starr?
No.
There's
It's a great, I mean, it will change your life.
There's a
That's-
YouTube channel, and I can't remember the guy's name, but there's a YouTube channel where a guy teaches an octopus to play piano, and you should totally watch that.
Is it like the cat playing piano? Because I
It's-
love that one.
Dude, no, like, you got to watch it. It's incredibly cool.
I used a V cutter and I got right down to business on this cigar, checking out the pre-light aromas, which were earth, chocolate, and leather, right in line with my expectations for an AJ blended Nicaraguan cigar, and right in line with my sweet spot for cigar flavors, too. Cold draw also added just a hit of anise or licorice. Anise? I don't know how you say that.
Anise?
Yeah.
Anise, I don't know.
I added fire to the equation
Anise.
and enjoyed a manageable but definitely present Nicaraguan pepper blast. And then the cigar settled down pretty quickly. Actually, settle down might not be the best term because although the initial punch of the pepper blast had receded, the El Pulpo Toro Grande almost immediately took on a life of its own by subtly intertwining various notes of flavor and complexity. Milk chocolate, dank earth, which don't sound like they would go together well, but trust me, they do. They were the first notes I picked up on. Some subtle maltiness was present as well, and the finish and retrohale both spoke the not-so-subtle language of pepper. By the second third, I thought that was very poetic.
I
Did
like
you not
the
like
way
that?
you put that. I'm sorry. I thought it
Okay,
was
good,
great.
good.
Like, I
By
loved
the
it.
by the second third, I was convinced I'd found a new favorite among AJ's blends. I'm currently really partial to the Bella Artes Maduro and the San Latano Requiem Maduro as my two favorites from AJ's lines. But I think I'm going to have to add this one onto my short list.
Nice.
The cigar smoked with an overall creaminess that I'm not used to in fuller-bodied cigars. I got all the earth and pepper and chocolate I sort of expect from an AJ blend, but an almost pudding-like creaminess seemed to kind of bind everything together on the palate. Construction, by the way, was spot on. Final third. I weaved in some meaty notes, but the creamy custard undertone kept everything working together. Earth and pepper and maybe chocolate I can expect from a good Nicaraguan cigar. But this creamy vanilla pudding note just made it all harmonize just that much better. Construction and burn were near perfect, but watch the ash on this one. In my case, it wanted to be on my shirt really bad. Really bad. Suggested pairing, and not just because Docs is here, but Plantaray Original Dark Rum, or even better, the Plantaray XO 20th Anniversary Rum, worked like a marriage made in heaven, if heaven was Barbados or Jamaica, which, by the way, maybe it is. Bottom line, what a fantastic cigar. It's not cheap. MSRP is around $16 a stick, although you can probably find them for closer to $12 a piece if you look and you're willing to spring for a box of 10. If you're a fan of AJ's work at all, you owe it to yourself to try the cigar. Price to quality at $16. It's a 6.
Wow.
And if you can find it for 12, easily a 7.
Wow.
Do not sleep on this cigar.
That's
it's
big.
fantastic. El Pulpo Grande. Check it out. AJ Fernandez is the man. All right, we have more to talk about, and I think Docs has a cigar review. We'll get to that next. It's Smoking and Toasting.
Insert can opening sound here.
Oh. Did you already open it? Was that what it was?
My bad.
Docs was a little ahead of his time.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll
I
get
got a
to
little
that.
too excited, and
We'll get to that. We do have some beers to taste. I didn't tell you about the beers on today's show.
Also,
'cause
he counts better than I do. I only put out 3 cups.
I get really, really super excited when Docs is on the show, so I haven't even previewed the beers we're going to be tasting here in just moments from Dallas, Texas, and the Manhattan Project Beer Company. Their Pilsner called Necessary Evil. So I
Nessa?
like
Oh,
the
it
name.
smells good.
Yep, we'll get to that. From Distihl Brewery, it's an evil day here on Smoking and Toasting because we have the Necessary Evil Pilsner, and then our IPA today is from Distihl Brewery. We've had their beers on the show before. We'll be trying their Imperial West Coast IPA called Evil Kinevel. And yes, it does
I mean, I'm
have
very
a picture of
predisposed to
evil.
like that just
Amazing.
because it's called Evil Knievel.
Exactly.
And I
Yeah,
love the can.
and is it true that Evil Knievel had at one point broken every bone in his body?
That's what they say.
Not all at
I
the same
remember
time.
turning on the TV to watch him like there would be a special. And you remember
Right.
when he
And he'd
was
jump
going
over
to
the
jump
canyon?
the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, that was the greatest. That one didn't work out too well.
No.
And then he had the toy.
Yeah.
You know, the
It
toy
wasn't
that
the
would just
Grand Canyon.
wind
It
up
was
and-
Devil's Canyon.
It was Devil's Canyon.
You
yes.
heathens can't jump the Grand Canyon.
I love.
That's it. You know what?
I
Just
love-
stop the show.
I
I'm
love
good.
when Docs corrects us on like good social commentary there. I think that's important. From Sapwood Cellars Brewery in Columbia, Maryland, we'll be trying their Imperial Stout called Skytrain. And I already pulled the bottle out so we could put it on the little rotating thing for B-roll, and Ian was already salivating over it.
We're going to have to call it Evil Skytrain just to fit in with the plan today.
to make it all
Evil
to make it all
Skytrain
fit.
Kinevel.
Let's do the drunken fact, and then we'll find out what Doc's had to smoke this week. So.
And now it's time for another Smoking and Toasting Drunken Fact.
The feature that survives strictly because of the fanfare.
Yes.
It would just seem very arbitrary to just play that fanfare randomly during the show.
Yeah.
So we have to have something for it to attach to.
Have to have
And the
something.
drunken fact is it. These are facts that you can drop at your next, party where people are maybe
Soiree.
People may be getting a little inebriated.
Hoot
You wanna-
nanny.
Yeah, you want to throw down and
Any of
show that
those.
you were the person with the knowledge in the room. Your drunken fact for today, and this is true. By
It's
the way.
almost hoedown season.
We know it's true because we found
It
it
is.
on
Here
the
in
internet.
Texas,
It
anyway.
is hoedown season.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
started this past weekend.
Well, here's the man for the hoedown. Pop star and former One Direction member Harry Styles has 1, 2, 3, 4 nipples.
Oh.
He has a common condition, although it can't be that common because I had not heard of it before, but it's called polythelia. It's the 4 nipple. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Having fun. You
like,
hear
remember
every
those
now and then of a
commercials?
third nipple. Like
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
didn't Chandler on Friends have a third
yes,
nipple?
Exactly.
Right.
That is
Remember those
documented on
commercials from the
television
90s?
sitcoms.
Double your pleasure, double your fun, right?
Yeah. Taste me, taste me.
Is that what they were talking about?
Come on and taste me.
I don't know on Harry Styles if that's what they were talking about.
But there you go. Harry Styles, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
4 nipples.
I One Direction, didn't they have a hit song or something?
I
wonder what the
believe they
ladies
did.
think. I mean, they love Harry Styles. I wonder what the ladies think when they find that out.
All right, quick.
He's nippleific.
Yeah. Quick
Nippleopoulos.
survey. Your favorite One Direction?
I
Your favorite
I
One
couldn't name
Direction
one.
song?
As a matter of fact, until you just said it, I didn't know that Harry Styles was from One Direction.
Well, see, there you go. And so was Niall Horan, by the way.
I don't know who that is.
They were there. Yeah, that's right.
My ability to ignore pop culture
But
is
see,
one of
you're-
my
and listen,
superpowers.
But see, you're a guitar teacher. You teach people guitar
And
lessons.
listen,
People got to be
my
coming to you
ability
going,
to let music go in one ear and go out the other and
Yeah.
not retain it in between
Listen,
is legendary.
Robbie Williams was from Take That,
Right.
but you'd never heard of him because he left Take That and came over here, and so you never heard of them. Well,
Right.
maybe Robbie
So-
for about 2 seconds.
So Take That was like they were a British boy band that in the UK they were as big as One Direction.
I was in the UK in the 90s when Take That was a thing. It was one of the biggest things I had
Yeah.
ever seen. It was
Was
it
he like the
New Kids.
mysterious one, or is
He
he
was-
the happy gregarious
I guess
one?
he was kind of the I guess the cutest one or whatever, because there was
Yeah.
another guy that was basically the guy who wrote all the music one. And there was one guy who wrote all the music, and then he decided just as they were supposed to come over, they put their first hit on radio in America, and he decided to leave the band and go on his own.
So this band, Take
That's
That,
drama.
They were far bigger in the UK. They were almost
So huge.
almost unknown in the US,
It
right?
was amazing.
So when he
Yes.
went solo, I have a Robbie Williams story. When he went solo, he came to the U.S. to promote his
Yes.
first solo record,
Yes.
and I think the name of the album was "The Ego Has Landed."
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. The
No.
Ego Has Landed.
Yes.
And so I was in Las Vegas at this like radio event thing back when I was doing broadcasting, and I was at the House of Blues, Las Vegas. I was just in the main area. There was no show going on at the time,
Yeah.
and there's this like dance floor area, and I was up on a balcony looking down at it, and I saw Robbie Williams come into the venue, walk out onto the dance floor, look around like, isn't anybody going to recognize me?
Yeah.
and then walk away with some of the saddest body language I have ever
Yeah.
seen on like a major star.
walking around going,
He
That
was
is-
so bummed that no one had rushed him and gone, "Oh my God, you're Robbie Williams."
Someone convinced him he needed to leave the band. Now, had he stayed in the band, that band would have been huge, maybe even taking the place of NSYNC or Backstreet Boys at the time. They would have been that kind of huge, but he decided he did have like 1 or 2 hits. Like if you play it, you're like, oh, I heard that in a
And
movie.
I'd just like to point out, we don't just talk about Nicolas Cage here on the show. we
No,
talk also
no.
about Robbie Williams.
But
so-
it's just an amazing music story because they were going to be a big deal, and they were nobody
well,
after
I'd
that.
like to thank both of you who are still listening, and we're going to get to some. We're going to get some.
By that he means
Some tasting.
me and Ian.
Yeah, that's right. I'd like to thank the two of you. You guys are awesome. Ian, tell me about this beer that you poured here, sir.
Well, I don't know much.
Yeah?
But no, I love you.
You knew where I was going.
I knew it was coming too. Yeah. I don't know.
Come on, Aaron Neville.
I don't know.
You guys sound like you're about to cry at all
Yeah,
times.
he's great.
I'm wearing cotton.
So tell me about this beer. This is from Manhattan Beer Project in Dallas.
This is good barley water, my friend.
Yeah, it's a Pilsner.
It is necessary evil entertains the palate without fatiguing it. At first
that's
sip,
good.
you will detect a floral character that immediately tells you this isn't your ordinary pills. It is dry and crisp with a bit of your signature style, making it memorable. So it's really really interesting because that barley flavor, because it's that smell when you walk into a brewery.
Yes.
Like they've packaged it right into this beer.
And I like that.
And it's quite good. And then it rolls off, and it's a little sweet in the middle, and then it rolls off to this nice little crispy finish that's almost German in style. It's quite good.
Well, it's there's a definite flavor and fragrance, thing happening with your brain. Because, like, for example, when I smell like spruce trees, I think about getting presents because it makes me think of Christmas time.
Right.
When I smell this, I think about one of my other favorite times is when you first walk into a brewery and
Yes.
you're like, oh, I'm going to be having me something
Man, if
good
they
here.
could make a candle smell like this, I've seen people attempt it, but they can't. It's like, it smells so good.
What was the name of this brewery?
The
is-
brewery itself is Manhattan Project.
Oh yeah, I know them.
Manhattan
They're
Beer
blowing up.
Project, Yeah. Yeah, they've done really well.
We've
in the
had a
Dallas
few of their
area.
beers on. They're real good.
Yeah.
He gets to do the Cotton song, and I say they're blowing up with the Manhattan Project, and nobody laughs at that. Oh my God!
We're a little slow here at Smoking and Toast, and it takes us a while to catch on.
This is just.
Yeah.
That's
Gentlemen, you have to understand, I'm getting
start
older.
my own podcast. I don't want to, but apparently I have to. Cheers.
Can we be on it?
Fine.
Okay, good. It's a good beer. It's a good Pilsner.
Great. No, it really is.
It's really
It's
good,
fantastic.
One of the things we are hoping to get to today is a list of the best Pilsners of 2025.
Well, you do know how sometimes Pilsners, like the mouth, the aftertaste on a Pilsner can be like a guest that just won't leave.
Yes,
And
yes.
This one is not the case at all.
No, it's got a little
it's nice.
snap on the end,
Yeah,
and it
It finishes
works well.
clean.
Yeah, I'm digging this. Is
That's
there any
good.
more left?
Get in there.
Yeah, you got to do, as Ian is fond of saying, and we tape the show in the late morning, so you can't drink all day if you don't start early.
Late morning? My God, we started so early. We started at 7 this morning.
Yeah, that's right.
Just because this guy, he says he
Because-
wants to be in bed and watching his stories by 2. So.
Watching his stories.
And by stories, I mean Judge Judy. So
Judge Judy.
is she
He's
still
still
on?
mad.
That's still a thing.
He's still mad that Rick
think
Springfield's not on
so.
General Hospital
Dude,
anymore.
I
the
think
man was
she
a
is.
legend. Come on,
Who?
Rick Springfield.
Oh, Rick Springfield. Yeah.
Did you ever
on,
listen to
Boris.
like his XM
Yes.
radio? His
No, I didn't hear that.
He's got a show and he'll host like I don't know if he has a channel, but he's got a show and you hear him talk. It doesn't sound like him at all. I mean, you would never guess. You don't want to say that someone sounds old, but dude sounds old.
Well, he is old.
No,
Come on.
but I mean, so
At this
You
point,
know,
He's held
who
up, right?
sounds crazy when they're talking? You ever hear CeCe DeVille in an interview?
oh God.
Oh no.
Dude, he is so New Yorker. He has the funniest voice. Like, it just makes me giggle listening to him.
And he's gotten old too.
I thought about it. Rick Springfield sounds like Don Imus now.
Oh my
He
God.
sounds like Don. No, he does. He does.
Oh, that's awful.
See, yeah. Not when he sings, he's fine. But when he
Picture
speaks,
Imus in that cowboy hat.
Just a mumble. I met Don Imus. He is exactly like that in person.
He's exactly like Howard Stern said he was.
Exactly like he will talk to you and you will have no idea what he. No idea what he's
The
saying.
guy needs to come with subtitles, huh?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I watch all my shows with subtitles now. My stories, as it were.
My stories.
I
I want
watch
to see
them all.
Don
with-
Imus and Scott Shannon have a conversation.
that's a radio thing. People outside of the radio biz probably don't know who Scott Shannon is, but he was
I
like,
know, but
he was like a radio big shot.
Yeah.
I remember he was such a radio big shot that when I was coming up in radio, everybody, you just wanted him
Yeah,
to notice
yeah,
you, right?
yeah,
You wanted
yeah.
him to. So I had met him at a couple of different things, and we had a friendly relationship. And one time I went up to him after a panel at like some convention or something, and I said, "Hey Scott, how's it going?" He looked at me like no idea who I am. I said, "So it's Cruz because we'd met before." He goes, "Oh," he goes, "You keep changing your hair. You're confusing me." My hair used to be
See,
long, and then I
I
cut it.
want Scott and Imus to talk just like I always wanted Tom Petty and Bob Dylan to talk
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot when
that'd
they
be-
were in the Traveling Wilburys.
That'd be great.
so I allowed to skit about that.
Yeah. Well, this is good stuff. Docs, you had a chance to smoke something interesting this week, did you not?
I did. I've always sat patiently and bided my time while y'all
Yeah.
two have your semi-erotic discussions about your cigars, and I felt left out. So, this past weekend,
Hey, don't shame me about what I do with my cigars.
after cook-off,
Thank you, Monica.
after cook-off and having a little campfire at home and everything, doggone it, the urge just struck me that
Yeah.
I needed something to smoke, and we rummaged around the house, and I found this pack of Camel Crushes that my friend Rebecca Burrow, who she bartends over at Loose Cannon. Her boyfriend owns Bad News Bar downtown. They left at the house, and
That's
so I
a
tried one.
great bar, by the
It
way.
is a great bar. They both are. And so
So you tried a Camel cigarette?
I wanted to do a review. Yes, I did. And this is not just any Camel cigarette. This is the Camel Crush menthol.
Menthol, oh.
It says menthol, but with like the little play arrow. It says more menthol. And the reason why it says that, first I was like, it has that tobacco package open since mid-December smell. Which one would expect? And at first taste, it's got
aged gently at your house.
Aged gently. It was toasted as soon as I lit it. At first draw, I got a little bit of that menthol, just a touch, a whisper, if you will. I was like, menthol. It whispered menthol. But then it has like this little thing in here that it's a little bubble that you can crush it, hence the word crush, that you can crush it.
I wonder what the crush meant.
And I'm gonna see if I can get the noise in there. Where is the crush thing? It's there. I swear it is. There it goes. Did y'all hear that? There you go.
There you go. We heard it.
Oh.
There.
So
once you do that, it releases the menthol?
It releases more menthol. Not only that, it gives you kind of that satisfaction of popping a good zit. You know what I mean?
Oh, God. 474 shows, and this is where we are.
So, on a value scale, I can't give anything less than 0 because it was free.
Right.
So, on a value scale, since it was free, I'm going to give it a 5. On the pleasure scale, again, something less than 0. I think I hurled. So yeah, and so Becca, I have by chance if you're watching this, I have the rest of your cigarettes and a little bit left of that pineapple THC spirit from our good friends at Eighth Wonder.
Eighth Wonder, yeah, absolutely.
Here, end of the commercial.
So,
Thank you for your
So
patience.
if you have a package of those, how do you not just pull them out and go pop on each
Pop
one
all of them. like little
bubble wrap?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take them all out and pop them all and give them back to her.
I will just say this. It has been years since I had a cigarette. Decades.
They didn't even make the kind that popped then, did they?
But
Yeah, you had to roll your own back then.
when I did used to smoke cigarettes, I would always buy Camels. You know why? Because when people would come to bum a cigarette from you, they would go, "Hey, you got a cigarette?" And I go, "Yeah, I got a pack of Camels." They go, never mind." So it was a good way to keep people from bumming cigarettes.
I quit smoking cigarettes over 20 years ago. I can say that.
Wow, nice.
Proud of you then, proud of you now.
I have a celebratory cigar waiting for you, sir.
Nice.
We will take a break and be right back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back, my friends. It is Smoking and Toasting. That was a very crisp sound effect there.
And I do what I can.
The reminder, by the way, that the sound effects you hear on Smoking and Toasting, with the exception of our fanfare, were not pre-recorded. These are created organically right here on the spot for the show. So, while Ian's pouring our IPA, we talked about Pilsners earlier on. We have based on the World Beer Cup competition for 2025. The majority of the Pilsners that placed in this competition were from West Coast breweries. So it's just interesting seeing West Coast kind of
That's interesting, yeah.
yeah, kind of like taking over the Pilsner March. The best German-style Pilsner was Haha Pils, brewed by Arbiter Brewing Company in Minneapolis. The best international-style Pilsner was Birkenbeiner Pill, brewed by Victor 23 in Portland, Oregon. Haven't heard of either of those, so I got to check that out.
Victor 23 sounds like a screen name.
Yeah, right. It totally does. Victor 23.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Italian-style Pilsner, STS Pils, brewed by Russian River Brewing Company in Windsor, California.
Right.
And the best Bohemian-style Pilsner, though, leaves the west coast of the U.S. and goes all the way to Japan. Bay Pilsner,
Really?
Brewed by Yokohama Bay Brewing Company in Yokohama, Japan. And the best American-style Pilsner was Highwayman, brewed by Roadhouse Brewing, Jackson, Wyoming. So I have tried none
Would
of
have
those.
been way funnier if the best of the last style Pilsner was brewed in Germany, you know?
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Best American style Pils brewed in Germany.
The best American style Pils was Kaiser, brewed by Urban Rest Brewing Company in Ferndale, Michigan. And the best German style Pilsner came out of Utah, Schloss Tor, brewed by Helper Beer. And finally, two more. The international style Pilsner, Allagash Lager, brewed by the Allagash Brewing Company in Portland, Maine. I have had that one, and it's wonderful.
Allagash does not make bad beers.
And Italian style Pilsner was Westbound Italian Pils, brewed by Westbound and Down Brewing Company, Westbound Mill, Lafayette, Colorado. Those guys are kind of quietly becoming a force to be reckoned with, Westbound and Down.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
We've had just a couple weeks ago we had one of their beers on too.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was delicious. Speaking of beers, Terry was so excited about this when we pulled the can out to show him the Evil Kinevel IPA, Imperial IPA from Distihl.
Wait, I'm missing it.
Oh, Terry, did you not? I was about to drink yours. I apologize. Usually I do that very quickly.
Cruz, we
so
talked about sharing.
so no one will notice. Yes, that's right.
We talked about the sharing.
What did you learn at school today?
Evil Kinevel Imperial IPA is a daring West Coast style brew that is ramped up with a thrilling burst of hoppiness, fruity aromas, and perfectly balanced bitterness. Citra, Mosaic, and Chinook hops take center stage, soaring through the flavor profile. I feel like I should take weird pauses like the AI story things do, you know?
Yeah.
Let me try this
Say
again
words wrong.
with the AI profile. Evil Kinevel Imperial IPA is a daring West Coast style brew that is ramped up with a thrilling.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, soaring through the flavor profile with a vintage malt backdrop that adds a touch of nostalgia. Cheers.
Ian, you look tired.
What's that?
That's the AI speaking to you. You look tired.
You look tired.
Would you like to lay down and rest for a while? I find this to be really good. This reminds me of like the earlier days of IPAs, back before we had all the hazies and juicies, and it was just about this sort of extreme hoppiness. But I don't find it to be too bitter on the finish. What's your take?
I don't like it.
Okay, I had a feeling you might not.
It's unbalanced. To me, this is unbalanced. This is a hop. Now, if you like a hop slap in the face, some people do. That's fine.
But this isn't like more cowbell or some of those
This
like
is
super
a-
ultra hoppies, right?
This is a brutal hop slap in the face. There's no real balance. The maltiness is there, but it's not there enough. You know,
Well,
it's like the maltiness is always away on a job working and never comes back home.
I tell you what, I think it's wonderful, and I will save you from having to drink more of this by taking more from the. No, to me, this is not my favorite style of IPA, but I feel like for the style that it is, it kicks pretty hard.
So to be honest, I will try anything Distihl makes. I love Distihl. By the way, is
Does it
Distihl.
sound like an oil company?
It does.
And-
And the
and
logo
I
does,
was-
too.
you're right.
It does.
Yeah.
I will try anything they make because their beers are impeccable. I don't like this one.
What's your take? I know you're not an IPA guy, particularly not a super hoppy IPA guy, Docs. But
Ian, you ignorant slut. This is one of the first IPAs that I've enjoyed ever, and you have the audacity, nay, the bad taste, not to enjoy it.
So you're siding with me on this.
I'm siding with
good.
you, but not because you told me I had to at the beginning of the show.
Right, that had nothing to do with it.
Not that I don't have a healthy dose of fear for you.
It's okay,
It's
dude.
just
We're
that
going to have an IPA
No,
later in
seriously,
the
so
show,
on
and
the
you're going
nose-
to like it.
I love the fruit on the nose, and I don't know if y'all guys were watching me. I was like getting the whole nose in there, which is a big nose, trying to get the really, trying to identify what that aroma was. But I think it's got a nice creamy mouthfeel, and the IPA doesn't linger too long. Is it something that I would drink a lot of? No, I'm just not an IPA guy. But as far as IPAs that I've had, I'm going to rank this at the top of them.
By the way, I would say mango and orange.
Mango and orange. I
Mango
agree.
and orange is what I,
agree.
get on the nose. But
I get both of
but
those.
again, there's a lot. Like if I put it down on paper, you think, well, this is delicious. But for me, it's not balanced enough.
See, I feel like this is really well balanced. That's what's so interesting.
I
Yeah.
like the way you said that it's kind of like back the original kind of IPA, and that's
Right.
what I think. I
Reminds
think of it
me-
as that, and I like
Back
that,
in the day
like
when I was
the
drinking St.
original.
Arnold
I
Alyssa and
agree
that
with you on
style
this,
of
but it
IPA.
reminds me of
Yes.
the Hop Wars.
Okay, I don't think it's that over the top.
Yeah. I think
Agree
of
to
what it, for
disagree
what
on
it
this
is.
one.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just telling you my opinion. Like I don't.
I think you're rabble rousing.
Rebel.
There's rabble here, and you've roused it.
I was at an event once where there was an unroused rebel, and it was just like not.
It's not very exciting.
Yeah.
So
Isn't it
yeah.
actually
So
called
I,
rabble
I would
rousing,
not.
though,
I would not
instead of
reach for
rebel?
this again. But
Rabble.
this,
all sound
I
like
would
the
still try
hamburger, like
anything
that.
Distihl puts out.
Rebel.
Like I love the brewery.
Yeah.
I think they do a great thing, and it's just not to my palate.
And like it's got Evil Knievel on the can.
it does,
Come on,
which
you have
makes
to-
me a little sad that I don't really like it.
Terry is over there going, yeah.
Yes. See, that's
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's a great picture of Evil Knievel
Don't
too.
make Evil Knievel.
You know what was
cry.
great about Evil Knievel?
Rabble rouser.
Rabble rouser. Oh, it is
Rabble-rouser.
rabble, not rebel. Yeah, rabble rouser. Yeah, we're rousing rabbles, not
Can,
rebels.
can I interject this? Could it be that your taste buds are compromised due to your allergies or your
Oh
COVID?
yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I still like everything else beer that I've tasted tonight.
Yeah. Everything else beer.
Everything
like
else
that.
beer that I've tasted.
I like everything else beer.
I like everything else beer that I've tasted.
Just the beer.
Somehow we have made it to hour 2 of the
rabble
show.
everywhere.
That is what's coming up. Dox is here. We got to try some of your spirits here next.
Dox has an amazing side eye. Have you been the reciprocant of this side eye
Yes.
that he
It's
has?
amazing rum too, and
It's
we'll
the
get to
whole
that
thing.
next. It's Smoking and Toasting.
Man, that band is jamming.
Yes. Welcome back. Yeah, guitar player's a little off there, but outside of that, the rest of the band sounds pretty good. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. Dox is in the house with us from Maison Ferrand. We're always excited when he comes in because we're not only fans of the cognac and the other things that you guys do, but we're also big fans of the rum. Plantaray rum is a Maison Ferrand brand, and Dox was the guy that introduced us to it. Well, actually, no, I have to be honest. My wife introduced us to it because she discovered the Stiggins Fancy Pineapple and became a fan, and so we always have that at my house now. But Dox has invited us to explore some of the other worlds of rum that Plantaray has available, and we're pretty excited to have you back to taste. Excuse me, to taste some more of those things today.
Today I have brought. I thought these move. They don't move.
Yeah, no.
Today I have brought the brown bottles, as it were.
I like
this.
this.
is an interesting
'cause
thing for us. We've never.
Are
we've
they
always-
darker rums if they're in browner bottles?
Well, not as a rule, but these are.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one that we're trying right now, we've actually tasted this one before, but you know what? I think it's worth bringing up again.
All right, so what is this one?
So this one is the Black Cask, and this was last year's edition. We
Okay.
do this every year.
So what does black cask mean specifically?
So what we're doing here is we're going to be blending two different rums, which we do. We do that a lot. Oh my God, I trumped you there. We do that a lot. We blend a lot of
We
rums.
do a lot of blending
So
with respect to rums.
And we're the best that's ever done it.
Yeah,
it's
that's
an
right.
unbelievable rum. You're not gonna, sorry, I'm going to stop right there. So we're damn it, Cruz, I forgot what I was saying.
No,
Blending
we're talking
rums.
about black cask and
Black
blending
cask.
rum. Yeah.
What is black
Well, let's
cask?
put a pin in that because I want to
They're
explain
black?
this first.
Okay.
So this product is something that was available only in Europe until 2 years ago.
Oh.
We finally brought it in
the US.
for specs.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like it's a special order thing. They order it, we bring it straight to them, and you're not going to find it any place outside of Specs, except for they have a partnership with ABC Liquors in Florida now, and they have it too.
Okay.
So, but you're not going to find it any place else, and it's one that some of the rum guys have been clamoring for a long time outside of Europe. But what makes it different, or the same every year, it's different and the same, is every year it's going to be rum that's going to be aged in really heavily charred casks on the inside. That's rare for us because
Look at the color of it,
Is
yeah.
that where it gets the black from? Because they're
That's why
charred
black
so
cask.
much.
I'd
Yeah.
just like
correct.
to compare the size of my pour to the size of Ian's.
Okay, all right.
If we could do that. Yeah. I just want you to look at that. Does that seem fair to you?
I think he's trying to get me drunk.
I will pull
earlier
over this
before the show, he
podcast
also
right
told
now.
me he also told me you were holding me back, and I
Yeah.
should like split off and do my own shit.
Oh, look at that. Look at what he's
ask and
done.
you shall be
Oh, my
comedically
God.
received.
Okay, now- Now I'm.
We're not leaving this table until you finished all of it.
Our program is brought to you today by Uber and Lyft.
Well,
No.
our meeting is gonna be
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be
today.
a wonderful meeting. We usually have a company meeting after we record the show, and I'm not always completely aware of what's going on at the meeting.
Can
Today
I
will
get back to my free
not
marketing,
aware.
please?
Oh yes.
Gosh. What do I not pay y'all for? All right, so listen.
All right.
So
I'm
this-
gonna sip a little bit of this
so
while you go
this
on.
one, this particular black cat. Now, as I was saying before, because typically, look, our rums are going to start.
Just watching him sip that.
Yeah, I had to be careful not to spill it.
That's one of those where you have to leave it flat on the table and just curl your lip over the top of your glass.
Hey, what I do at parties in my own home is my business.
Let's keep his love life out of
Okay,
this. All right.
yeah.
So,
Now back to the learning portion of the show.
The more you know.
What are we drinking here, Docs? This is
So typically our rums are going to be aged first in bourbon barrels, and those are a heavier char. But
Right.
after that, it's going to go back to France to get aged longer in our Ferrand cognac barrels, which are toasted, not charred at all. But we're going to use for that last aging process. We are going to go back to those heavily charred, hence the black cask.
all right.
Now,
So what's the difference between a toasted barrel and a heavily charred barrel in terms of what
well,
it
a
does
toasted barrel,
to the spirit?
It's going to just be heated enough just to toast the outside of it. A charred barrel is going to, if you've ever been to like a cooperage in Kentucky, but it's just literally like jet flames going through the barrel and burning it on the inside.
And then it's how many seconds they burn the inside of that
Right,
barrel.
right.
Yeah. So, because here's the thing about I don't say treated, not untreated, untoasted or uncharred a barrel is not going to get much from the wood at all. You got to heat it up a little bit to open it up, so it
open
does
up the
get some
flavors, yeah.
influence
Yeah.
over the heat, over the expansion. Over
It
heat and
opens
cold,
the
heat and cold.
pores of the wood, so to speak.
Very yes, yeah. So
I would just, find this an appropriate time to quote the late Kenny Rogers, who not only was a country and pop superstar, but also founded the legendary Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Everyone called
chain.
him the counter to the county.
Yeah, or the gambler. They call him a lot of different things, but it was he who once said, and I love quoting this because it's so true. It's the wood that makes it good. So,
Was that what was that?
That was Kenny Rogers Roasters.
my favorite Kenny Rogers story
Seinfeld.
ever
It's a Seinfeld.
is when he was like doing a concert someplace, and this woman comes in to protest like Kenny Rogers Roasters apparently having some unfair or not good PETA type practices, and so this woman shows up in a chicken suit and starts like harassing him from the audience. That's comedy gold right there. That's just beautiful stuff. But anyway,
At least it wasn't an inflatable penis.
I digress.
I like
Detachable.
I love Detachable. That was an amazing song.
Yes, it was.
I loved when Will Sasso played him on Mad TV and did the Kenny Rogers. Those were hilarious.
He used to do such a high pitch. I can't even do it.
Yeah.
I can't even do it.
And after you
He
drink
was like Kenny Rogers on Jackass as well.
Yeah.
Well, he started off his impression. No, I'm not here to talk about Kenny Rogers. I'm here to talk about Planetary Rum.
All right, talk about this.
So I'm enjoying some Planetary Rum right now. This is quite good. Tell me about this bottle. What does this cost?
I don't know.
Trust me, your bosses will be
Here we
impressed.
go. Okay, wait a second. Docs, tell us about what we're drinking. Take 6. Go.
We will still know rum before it's time. So this one
This
is.
is really good.
I think the
That's what I'm
cash
trying to say.
price on the shelf is $22.99.
Are you kidding me?
I
That's
kid you not.
unbelievable. This is so good.
Oh, really?
It's
At a
good.
time-
And
okay,
it's a limited run. We got another one coming in this summer. It's going to be Trinidad and Barbados. This one is actually Paraguay and Barbados.
So I just want to point out, by the way, that in a time when everything is getting more expensive, prices, we've seen what you can expect to pay for, I'll just say a decent bottle of rum, go up into the 30, 40, 50 price range. The fact that you could get this for under $30, that's amazing.
Yeah,
This is
under 25.
This is
wow.
wonderful. Yeah. It is. What do you think, Ian?
It's fantastic.
Amazing.
It's got such
It does not taste like the Evil Knievel IPA.
Yeah, it's got such a wonderful sort of balance of flavors to it, but I pick up just the tiniest bit of funk that keeps it interesting. But for the most part, this is
right.
pretty smooth and
So
and
there's a little bit of funk,
quaffable.
and by funk I mean a slight, and I
Yeah,
love it.
it's
And I mean
not
this in
big.
the most loving and beautiful way. A little bit of tire fire. I love it, absolutely love it. And then, or just rubber in general. There's just a little bit of that in there. There's also this kind of the cane sugar. Like if you ever have sugar in the raw,
Yes.
this beautiful
Yes.
cane sugar note. That's
I was going to say crystallized caramel, but I think cane sugar
it's
better.
It's very natural tasting. It's very delicious. It also has quite a bit of vanilla. It has quite
Yes,
a bit of
which I love.
almost a graham crackery aftertaste to it.
That's uncanny because actually we are toasting sugar over rubber tires in Barbados.
What?
That's so
I'm
cool.
just
I
kidding.
nailed it.
That's
No,
so
we're not.
cool.
We're not. We're not. We're not. We're not. A
Springfield
1,000
tire
times
fire
we're not.
since
I'm kidding.
1960.
No, but there is a
I
certain.
mean, we smoke
like,
mesquite here in Texas, so you use what you got locally.
How to keep
Yeah.
it lit.
Yeah.
So
tire fire.
next week he's going to review on a big stick of mesquite. That's
No,
fine.
but honestly, to the degree that this has a little of that rubbery funk to it, it works perfectly.
Listen.
It's not a negative
If
at
you're
all.
a fan of rum, you know that the rubbery funk is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and for those of you who may not know much about rum, celebrate those crazy cool flavors that are in there.
Yes, absolutely.
And I
Celebrate those
strongly
things.
recommend heading the specs and picking this up while we can because it is a limited product. And we did one the year before, and I think you might still find one or two out there, which was Barbados and Venezuela, and it was good, but this one was by far the superior rum. And I think you nailed it right on the head there, where it's got a little bit of spice and almost like that cinnamon roll thing going there, like that pastry. So there's just so much to this one. And you typically have to spend about $10 to $15 more to get this much depth on a rum. Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
And that's what we call segue. Do I have time for this one?
Well,
yes.
let's try it. Yep. If we go quick.
Should we go wait till next one?
No, we'll go quick. But you got to hand me a cup so
Two
I
and a
can
half minutes. Two and a half
pour this
minutes.
over
Okay, so
into
this
it.
one, guys, is our Mr. Fogg number 2, sale number 2. Now, I believe we tried the sale number 1 a while back. I'm away from the microphone here. So, Mr. Fogg is just our homage to Navy rum. It was a guy by the name of Michael Fogg, who was a naval historian and historian for Navy rum, who we named it after. And Navy rum is typically going to be blended in a high-proof rum. Navy rum was, for the Navy, the English Navy, rum was currency.
Right.
Once a week, the purser would get out and say, okay, get your cups out, get your whatever you got that can hold out rum. Here's your rum for the week, and that
So-
sort of thing.
Doc, we love having you on the show.
Wow.
We love your rums, your cognacs, like all of it. Everything you've brought on has
I
been
like run
exceptional.
because of Docs.
Right. But let me ask you
That's
this.
a T-shirt right there, bro.
Yeah, let me ask you this question. This is one of the tougher questions maybe that we've ever asked you here on the show. Since you guys are so good at producing these amazing rums, let me ask for your expert advice. How do you deal with the drunken sailor?
What time of day? Early in the morning?
Early. Yeah.
Early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
Well, it's the same way that Mr. Fogg said. You just give him a pocket full of rum.
Oh, baby.
So this right here,
I just took the first sip of this. Holy cow, this is good.
Can we talk about this in the next time? Or are we done?
We got a minute. No, we got another minute.
We got a
1
minute left, yeah.
1 minute.
So this one, I mean, everything that you guys were talking about there, you're going to turn up the volume to 11 on this, as far as everything that you got there and just the complexity and the levels. This is going to be made from 5 different countries here.
Right, it
you
says
my
here on
give
the
me my
bottle.
cheater bottle. I don't remember them all. Give it to me.
Barbados, Trinidad, Guyana, Mauritius, and Jamaica.
Mauritius. Negative. Mauritius.
Mauritius.
Mauritius, off the coast
thank
of
you.
Africa.
Thank
And
you for correcting me.
What's interesting?
Maurice is the guy that lives down the street.
Yeah. Yeah. I told Mauritius to stay away from my wife.
I think your gratuitous version of the English language there was horrible.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Yeah. I'm following our president. If he can do it, I can do it.
So this one, what's unique about this one, it's going to be a higher proof. This one's a little bit over 110 proof. Typically we work with molasses-based rums. The Mauritius on this is going to be a cane juice base, which is going to bring a nice little grassy element to it. There's just such a ton going on there, and
There's so much
it
going on.
sips so nice for a 110, and it just makes just tremendous cocktails.
I love that you said that because I was going to mention that the cane sugar, that kind of natural sugar and the raw flavor, it takes it like from the last one to this up to 11. Like
That's
you said.
two different things. Though. We're talking about cane sugar made from cane.
211.
We will
Cane
talk
syrup
more
is gonna
about this when we come back. It's Smoking the Toast.
All right, you can correct me.
Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. I don't know if you noticed the guitar in that music from the bumper there, but that guitar is very well played and very on the spot. Unlike some of our other bumper music where the guitar is a little.
So
Yeah.
Some players, like Johnny Winter, would play with a slide on his pinky, right? And then there's a lot of players that you know well that play with their slide on this next finger,
On the
next
ring
to the
finger,
pinky.
yeah.
But for me, and a couple other notable people like Dickie Betts and Bonnie Raitt, we play with our slide on this finger
Oh, I see.
right
what,
here.
I
It's-
see what
it's
you're
next
doing
to
there.
that second finger.
I
there.
see what you're doing there.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
See, I personally,
appreciate
I
that.
learned on the Dixon Ticonderoga soft method. I'm just kidding. That's what it says on his pencil right here. Dixon Ticonderoga soft. I don't know.
That will be on the video if
There's
you did.
so
see the
much.
video.
There's
I
so
got
many.
all of that.
So many ways we could go right there. So many ways we could go. Dox is with us from Maison Ferrand. He's brought some more amazing Planetary rums. We sampled both of them in the previous segment. And Dox, I got to tell you, they're both good. But this latest one, this Navy rum that you poured us, this is just outstanding.
Thank you.
I mean,
I take full credit for it. It was my idea, actually.
was it?
No.
Okay. Well,
I have some good ideas, but
We
trust
believe
me,
you.
rum is not one of them.
oh, okay. Well,
My best ideas are on Terry's phone.
that's good to know. That is good to know.
Can I see that bottle? I wanted to see
yeah.
something that it said on it. real
Absolutely.
quick,
You're
about-
you're welcome
I
to check
will
it
say
out
this.
there.
I wanted to see.
I've been watching this one.
Oh, look what it says.
Oh,
I heard he'd say that earlier. Yeah.
that was the. That's. It
cork
sounded like the
popping,
French. Sound
yeah.
like the French oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the noise.
Oh,
my
it
that's,
said
that,
the right thing that filled up
So,
the glass.
so let me ask you this: your company, Maison Ferrand, this is the French company, right?
Yeah.
So, how does a French company get involved in rum? Like, was this a normal? Are there a lot of French
There's
people
nothing
who do
normal
rum?
about Maison Ferrand, I can assure you.
I love that.
But it's inspiring, and I actually love our story. So we, one of these days we need to get Alex on,
We would love to do that.
but it's going to be a different kind of show because. There will be no other talk other than his talk. But
That's
all
fine.
right.
We'll shut the hell up and let him talk.
no.
that's a
We
great
can
show.
talk. I'm just saying it's like it'll be the most awkwardest drinking news you've ever sat through in your life.
As long as we can get him to say I had to take my gator to the
Oh
vet.
no, that has to happen. That has to happen. Yes.
All good.
So
We're
now,
all good.
and he's actually he's wonderful to listen to. Not just because he's got a great speaking voice, but the man is genuinely interesting. He's probably one of the most interesting people I've ever met in my life.
So
But-
we
but-
love talking about this stuff though, because this
Well,
is like this is delicious and wonderful, and we can just go, oh yeah, that's really good. But it's more exciting to learn about why it's really good.
So here's the thing, though. We're talking about a man who is inspired but wants to inspire in turn. So when we started Maison Ferrand in 1989, it was his first venture in the spirits world. And over the years and through training and hard work, something you can't just start a company and award yourself, he became a master blender of cognac in France. And we've tried to bring so many principles from cognac into our other spirits.
Like the rum world,
Like the rum, for example, because one beautiful thing about Planetary is a lot of times the art is the blend, as it is in cognac. And having said that, this is a very much so a blended rum of 5 countries. I've seen they're not aging vessels. They've been aged in barrels, but we hold them longer in what's blending. They're going to be these huge tons, as the English would say, TUNs, that hold the rum. And I've seen these inside a cellar with some of the biggest, nastiest spiders you've ever seen in your life, protecting the rum. And we finally started blending some of this for this Navy project that he's been wanting to do for a long time. But the reason why we started in the rum business in the first place is when we first created Citadel, we ran into some unexpected expenses, and to make some of that money back, we started selling cognac barrels to rum makers, which even back then, cognac barrels were expensive and easy money for us because we had a ton of them. And he got to know these rum makers and fell in love with the rum culture. And hence, at that time, Plantation was born. We've evolved into Planetary. And back then, it was just vintages. It was just going to be single vintages of sometimes, always, double aged in our Ferrand casks. And then from there, we started, applying those practices that make the art of cognac to our rums, and beautiful things like 3-star, original dark, OFTD, and now the Mr. Fogg.
Well, when I talk to people about spirits that are just like getting into things, one of the things I always recommend to them is the Plantaray Stiggins Fancy Pineapple and the Isle of Fiji. Those
Isle
are
of
both
Fiji is
those are
an
both
absolute must on your
wonderfully inexpensive and absolutely beautifully balanced rums. And I've said this when you were on the show before. I'm glad you haven't listened to me. These are so reasonably priced.
Yeah.
In today's world of spirits, where you're seeing, where you see, I mean, I've bought $50, $60, $75 bottles of, bourbon or whatever that I'm not saying they weren't good. It's just how much better are these than a bottle of Buffalo Trace at $28, right?
Yeah.
And so when it comes to rum, it's like, to me, your Stiggins Fancy Pineapple is kind of like the standard bearer. If you can't make a rum this good, this inexpensive, I'm not sure I want to spend $70, $80 on your.
I also want to
more
point out, like
expensive
when
rum.
you mentioned the Stiggins Fancy Pineapple rum, the pineapple is in that rum is not.
Oh,
like
it's not pineapple flavoring.
It's not a pineapple flavoring in the rum. It's much more like when you buy a LaCroix and it has a flavor. It's like an effervescence. It's just a thing.
Well,
there.
Stiggins
It's not
Fancy Pineapple
right
is
up front.
it's
Ian,
based on
you
pineapple
ignorant
staves.
slut.
Yeah,
Okay, go
You're
ahead. Lay it
comparing us
down.
to LaCroix? Come on, man. I'm kidding.
but it's about the staves.
I
It's
just
not
went with
about
French.
It's not about.
I could have said Waterloo.
But it's not about pineapple flavoring. It's about pineapple staves that are used in
Well,
the.
there's no such thing as a pineapple stave, but pineapple skin.
am I wrong?
No, there's no such thing as a pineapple stave. A stave
Okay.
is a piece of the barrel. So what we're doing when we make that pineapple rum is we're going to take the 3-star rum, redistill it with skin of the pineapple,
Okay.
but the meat of the pineapple inside our original dark rum and blend them together, then distill it one more time. No, that's not true. Then age it longer.
It's as simple
for
as
6
that.
months.
Yeah.
For 6 months, and the end result is going to be, like they call it, is rum made from pineapples that still tastes like rum.
Still tastes like rum. And that's the thing. It
But
not
does
pineapple.
it have a slight pineapple note to it?
It's hard to say, like, yes, but it's not like you don't sip it and go, wow, pineapple. It's much more subtle than that.
Oh, so it's subtle. It's not
Yeah.
sweet. It's subtle. It's
Right.
not like pineapple flavoring stuck on it. You're right. I can see why, like what I said makes no sense whatsoever.
Can we clip that and use
Yes,
it
that's
on
you want to go
future
ahead and mark
shows?
that right now.
Yeah.
Ian said something.
We have the new popular
we
sound
can
bites.
use against him.
What I said makes no sense whatsoever.
I appreciate that. Appreciate you copying to that, sir.
Yes,
this is
exactly.
this is an important thing.
I want that little ringtone there.
So, Doc, tell me. I've been reading articles about the current struggles of the spirits industry. How has any of this affected you guys at Maison Ferrand, and how has it impacted your rums?
Of course, people are drinking less in general.
Right.
Which I personally feel that it's a cyclical thing. It's hard to say. But here's the thing.
makes sense.
You heard me say it earlier. The alcohol is a beast, and we need to take it serious. I have no problem. I think that if people feel that alcohol is something in their life that's holding them back, then by all means walk away from it. It's not for you.
Right.
So the only thing that we can do is continue to make the best spirits that we can possible, so that those who still feel that they can safely indulge, choose one of our brands. No, I have my brothers. I love them both, but they're just complete cavemen when it comes to spirits. And they think that I'm a snob when it comes to spirits. I said, I'm not a snob. I'm not an alcohol snob. This is the truth of the matter is, and this will probably be on my tombstone someday. That is that the human body can only consume so many alcoholic beverages safely in one lifetime. You got to make each one count.
Oh, yeah,
Love that.
exactly.
I'm going to get beyond that.
Exactly.
I'm going to get behind that and say, I agree, don't break it.
What do you mean, don't break?
Don't break it early.
Yeah.
I have some friends who, like, if that is true, they went ahead and tried to get as many of them as possible early in their lives, and now
Yeah.
Well, can
They
I say
can't.
Can I say something about rum? Once again, I wasn't a huge rum fan until
Dox and
Dox was the
Plantaray.
guy that changed us all around
And
for
you
you.
know, the last time he showed up, he had that Lance 12. It was the one you had. It was a Lance Selection 12.
Oh.
Is what it was. It was amazing. I drank it in just a
You can
matter
still
of
get that at
weeks.
Specs.
It was great. Yes, amazing.
Yeah, that one's delicious. That was one of their single
love it.
cast picks.
I love it. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Also, my friends, it's just about time for drinking news. Well done, sir.
Well, thank you.
I enjoy these sound effects of the beer being open.
love them so much.
It's something that just makes me happy in my soul, deep in my soul. Welcome back to Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. Dox is our guest from Plantaray Rum and Maison Ferrand, and we have sampled some great rums here. I think we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go. But before we get there, and I know Ian's pouring right now, so I want to give him time to grab the ukulele because it's time for drinking news. Do you remember, by the way, what we asked you to say, Dox? Because I didn't ask you this during the break. What we asked you to say on drinking
Do you
news?
know the line by
We
now?
asked you to say I had to take my gator to the vet.
Wait. Well, you just said it.
Yeah.
Well,
We were
I didn't know if you remembered or not.
What the?
All right, forget I said that.
I hope he does. I figure he
Let's
would.
do drinking news.
Drinking news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. Florida man with one arm said he had a gator for a pet. When asked about his absent arm, he said,
I had to take my alligator to the veterinarian.
drinking news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news.
Cheers, y'all.
While they were there, did they touch your monkey? Would you like to touch my monkey?
Hello, my name is Dieter, and welcome
All of
to
a sudden,
Sprockets.
I
I
don't
just-
know why I'm German. All of a
I
sudden,
just
all I
had
know is I have a very ill reptile here, and I must go.
I just had images of the guy's face melting off in Indiana Jones. That was what I got from that.
Yes.
Well, welcome
Oh,
to
my
Drinking News,
goodness.
folks. Before we get to our main story in today's Drinking News, I feel like it's important to first share this public service announcement. In this crazy internet-connected world we live in, it's always a danger that a data breach somewhere will expose your private information to hackers and other people. And now sometimes it's worse than others. If somebody manages to steal your YouTube password and sign in as you only to see the hours and hours of cat videos you've been watching, that's really only mildly embarrassing, right? And by the way, I still laugh at that clip of the cat playing the piano. I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. But a recent data breach
My
maybe...
son searched Creed on my YouTube yesterday, and I made him delete it
Oh,
off of there.
thank you. Yeah, how do you take that out of your search history? A recent data breach may be a little more revealing. The Japanese company Tenga just announced that they've had a little data breach of their own, exposing the emails and order information of at least 600 of their customers in the U.S. Tenga, in case you're not familiar,
I'm not.
or you're like Ian and pretending not to be familiar, is a Tokyo-based company that claims to have shipped over 162 million sex toys and adult products globally.
Oh, that Tinga. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And most of their products are designed for men. So just as a reminder,
Okay, wait a second.
Are you on the rewards program? Because it's
yeah,
What is
awesome.
he?
Just-
Designed for men or designed for men?
for men. So just as a reminder, if you're online shopping for a 6-speed vibrating device, your info may not be as private as you were probably hoping for. Buyer beware. But our main story in today's Drinking News takes us back to our most fertile ground for stories for this feature, and that, of course, is the Sunshine State,
I prefer the manual kind, and she doesn't always appreciate that.
where a very drunk Florida man, Christopher Zabrucki, is accused of breaking into someone's lanai. That's like a patio or an outdoor veranda.
Zabrucki is fun to say.
Yeah, in a home in Port Charlotte, and then falling into their pool. Deputies who were called to the scene say Zabrucki told them he was a CIA agent, but that he'd consumed so much vodka that day that he forgot where he lived. The home with the pool that he fell into, by the way, was over a mile from his house. That's pretty drunk. The occupants of the home told reporters that the Florida man knocked on their door asking to stay for a few days. When they told him,
Can I stay for a few days?
yeah, when they told him, go bother somebody else, he reportedly then wandered onto their patio, and that's when they decided to call 911. But before officers arrived, they heard a loud splash and discovered that the drunken Florida man had fallen through their pool cover and into the pool.
Oh, that's perfect.
But Zabrucki was, excuse me, he was undaunted by his own actions and reportedly climbed out of the pool and banged on their door again, this time demanding a towel and some French fries. When the cops showed up,
This is a man who knows what he wants.
When the cops showed up, the Florida man apparently jumped back into the pool and held his breath underwater for several minutes before deputies were able to apprehend him and cart him off to jail.
He's lucky they didn't have like a little
Nobody
bamboo.
will see me if I close my eyes and hold my breath.
The homeowners did not agree to be interviewed on camera about the incident, but Gulf Coast News 11 did manage to interview a neighbor who, between sips of a tall boy beer of his own, told them that if he'd encountered Zabrucki, he'd have, and I'm quoting here, shoved his boot so far up his behind that he'd be tasting leather for a week, end quote. The neighbor, while apparently drinking so much himself that he referred to his own town as Short Parlet instead of Port Charlotte, told reporters that he was at least glad the Florida man was not, as he put it, naked, adding, "Thank God, you don't want to see them peckers there in your backyard." And I guess we can probably all agree with that.
Really? You're not going to sing the No Peckers in the Backyard part? I'll do it with you. No Peckers in the Backyard. Okay.
Now, listen, regular listeners.
That's how that happens in Florida so much that they're just happy
Yeah,
they
yeah.
weren't naked.
Yeah, regular listeners
No.
to this feature.
They were happy they weren't naked.
Naked. Yeah.
Not naked, sir.
Yeah, not naked. Naked.
Naked. Nekkid.
That's right. That's how you spell
Naked.
it. Now, listen, regular listeners to this feature do know that sometimes the stories that we cover on Drinking News cause me to become inspired. And I'm compelled to write this inspiration down in the form of some poetry or prose. But it's not the story.
Peckers in the backyard.
It's not the story that has inspired me today as much as it is the public service
That was
announcement
Docs inspired, by the way.
that I shared earlier about your information becoming public from an online sex toy retailer. I have to say, I feel for anyone who's had their privacy exposed in such a way, and it's my hope
By
that
the way, on Amazon, they allow you to put that in a regular box or ship it in its original container. I suggest you hit the box button.
yeah, for sure. I have to say,
Act like it's a gift.
I feel for anybody who's had their privacy exposed in such a way, and it's my hope that by sharing this inspired verse with you guys, that those affected will realize that I feel their pain. And so, as an unrequested further public service, I'd like to share my poetic music with you now. Could I get a little poetry reading music, please?
It's going to be good.
And it goes a little something like this. You were shopping online and quite smug while you sipped some hot coffee from your mug. But the data breach while you chose means that now the whole world knows that you ordered a 6-speed deluxe butt plug. Reporting live from Port Charlotte, where the neighbor from the TV interviews just told reporters, "Hold my beer and watch this." My name is Cruz, and that is your...
Drinking news, no penis in the backyard.
Naked.
Peckers.
Peckers. Yeah, Peckers.
Do you remember that song? I don't know if this came to me. Do you remember that song by Eddie Rabbit? $2. I got $2 in jukebox.
$2 in the
that would be
box.
There being no peckers in the backyard.
Eddie Rabbit's career could be completely revived by this.
These last $2.
Maybe he could write that one for
You know,
us.
it's a jingle, Eddie. It's jingle money, Eddie. You know how much that is?
Yeah.
Jingle money.
Someone could lose a fart tonight. Okay, I'm sorry. That was completely uncalled for. I apologize.
Look, it's just like Ronnie said.
Be my little baby.
It's just like Ronnie says.
Yeah. Ian, you poured us a what looks like a delicious beer here, and I have to admit, I just sipped a little bit of it, and it was wonderful. So tell me what we're drinking here.
This is Skytrain by Sapwood Cellars, coming in at 10.5% alcohol by
Oh,
volume.
that's all. Okay. Skytrain is what?
Tastes like night train.
Imperial Stout aged in Bliss maple syrup barrels with Thai-dried bananas.
Bliss, by the way, for those who played like Far Cry 5, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't played Far Cry 5, yeah, don't. It's not worth it. But
It's
my
a far
point is-
cry from what the original series was.
Yeah, it's a Far Cry from Far Cry 3 is still the bomb.
Far,
so-
Far Cry 4 didn't leave all the unanswered questions.
That's right. This is good though. This is really delicious. It's a little bit boozy, and it's like a wonderful.
I don't think Mr. Dox likes this one.
You were pouring it, and I was thinking, I'm gonna hate that, and I was wrong.
Oh, really?
I really hated it.
Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
I did not like
It's
this at all.
freaking
All right.
delicious.
So
No, no.
what is it about this you didn't like?
It's just too much. It's thick. It's viscous. It's sweet. It's just too much.
Can I ask you?
See,
do
everything
like
you just
this?
said sounds so good.
Do you like this style of beer? Like Ian loves this style of beer. Do you like this style of beer?
Typically, no.
Okay.
Anything that's over chocolatey, over coffee-ish, over fruitish, no, I do not. But I almost want to put it over ice and thin it out a little bit.
So
Huh?
what are your
I see what you're
like?
saying.
What are your favorite styles when
Iced
it comes
beer.
to beer?
When it comes to beer, I like it when you distill it twice and age it for like 10 to 12 years and make bourbon out of it. But no. You know, guys, I'm not a beer guy. I admit that. But I love a cheap beer with our Stiggins pineapple rum. I do.
Why
Well,
did
I
I
see-
not
I
even
see-
realize
I
you were
like
wearing
an
a ham
ice cold
shirt?
beer
Ham's t-shirt,
and
yeah.
with the shot of a back chase with our pineapple rum, and I want it to be like a Lone Star or Hams or a banquet beer. I love that. But I think with beer for me,
the noise that Ian made when you said banquet beer.
but
Coors
Champagne of
Banquet?
beers.
but it's just a vessel to cleanse my palate to have more rum. No, but seriously, it's
You gotta love a man of principle.
I have never cared for anything that's too heavy. You know, I think back.
You
when-
know, I'm just saying, if you're going to cleanse your palate, water or water-adjacent things like Michelob Ultra will do the exact same thing.
Okay, now you're just talking nonsense. Michelob Ultra. There's something that makes me-
Michelob Ultra Zero.
you know, I tra- you know,
When
I
Michelob
travel-
Ultra is
I
too
travel-
much.
I travel a lot, guys. I travel a ton, and I'm a bit of a Bonvoy whore. So, but
You
but
travel to Disney a lot. I like that.
This never fails. I mean, every trip I take, there's always this couple that gets into the elevator, and the man inevitably is carrying a 12 or 18 pack of Michelob Ultra, and it's all I can do not to look at him and go, "Interesting. Tell me, does your husband drink?" I just, why, dude? You're a grown man.
But it makes you feel
so
skinnier because the cans are
I
skinnier.
will say that I do watch you on Instagram and Facebook, and I know I say the Disney thing, but you actually do travel a lot, and you travel to these places, and you go to the bars, and you find interesting things. I really have to say, you do find interesting finds. You find
Right, so we can-
interesting cocktails.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the stuff that you find, it is worth following. I really
Thank you,
enjoy
Terry.
that.
And your
yeah.
Venmo address again was what?
Yeah, exactly.
Finally, I'm getting my money's worth out of this show.
About time. About time.
Exactly. But no, it really is. It's fun to see you go to, oh, I'm in New Orleans and look at this, This is it's fun.
Well, eats my yob.
The bottom line is, this beer is delicious.
It's a
Yeah,
fun
bottom
job.
line, this is a wonderful beer.
This is a wonderful beer. Yes, it tastes like raisins and dates right up front. Yes, it
So
has a
what
coffee
we're talking
finish.
about is
It has-
Skytrain Imperial Stout
It
from
has
Sapwood
a
Cellars
relative
Brewery.
viscosity of brand new motor oil, but looks like used motor oil.
Can I ask y'all, have y'all tried it along with the rum?
Well, I have not because for some reason the rum
This stuff
ran
is
out.
thicker
in
than
my-
Russian
Well,
poetry.
see, I just keep filling mine up. I don't know about y'all, but I just keep filling mine up. Here's
Ian
the
has
Navy
changed rum glasses, so he's like,
I'm
You know what we
taking
need to do? We need.
And both of these are winners on rum. I just want to say, now, how much is the Navy one that you said?
Ooh, excellent question. I want to say it's in the low 30s.
In the low 30s? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
that's absolutely
Like
worth it.
$13.99.
By the
that's
way,
absolutely
very
worth it.
impressive.
the beer in the black cask. Can we pull up a picture of Voltron here?
Oh, yeah, right here. He's right there, right behind you. You can see him.
Because
You can
like
just
that's
point
what they
to him.
form like.
He's right there. He's right in
They're
your
pretty amazing together.
I think you're half right.
form like Voltron.
explain.
You know what we need to do?
What?
We need to pack all this up, take it to France, and do this show from the chateau.
Challenge
there.
accepted.
We-
Such
need
a
to do it.
terrible
need to
idea,
do it.
don't
Wow.
you think?
We need to do
Yeah. We don't need to do that
If there's
at all.
one radio show I could do, that would be it.
Okay, we're down. Let's do it.
There's nothing like making a room full of French people feel awkward, and boys, we are the men to do it.
Yeah, if
They'll be
there's
like-
anyone to make them feel awkward, it's totally us.
Do cigars
what
make
is
them
all
feel
this?
awkward?
Yeah.
Yeah, do
that's
they
what I'm
smoke? Are
talking
they
about.
cigar fans in France?
All French people smoke
Not as a
cigarettes,
rule.
right?
Yeah, some of them. That's racist.
We'll explore this further. Explore this further coming
I thought it
up
was a
at
national
Smoking and
pastime.
Toasting. Welcome back, my friends. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits,
I love those
and
things.
hand-rolled cigars. It's show number 474. Dox is in the house with rums from Plantaret and Maison Ferrand. These are wonderful, both of them. Just absolutely beautiful.
I don't know that you've ever brought on a rum that I don't like.
I don't think he has.
I think the only one I've ever not liked is one you had at your house that was years old.
It was years old.
It was years old, and
That
it
was
was
probably the Cuban one.
it was just not my favorite.
It's probably the Cuban one.
I wouldn't say maybe even I didn't like it. I because it's hard to not like any of them, but it wasn't my favorite. Like
Right.
these are so good though.
I have two. I have two in my collection that
You have an amazing collection.
that,
by the way.
honestly I do not like, and both of them are old and expensive. One was a 23-year-old Panama, and it wasn't that it was bad. It's just it felt muted for as old as it was, and because we have some beautiful Panamas. But I got a theory on that because there's another brand that I had older ones. I used to sell at a distributor, which had made a tremendous rum, and their 18 and 12-year-old was so much better than their 27-year-old. And again, that wasn't the older one was bad; it just did not stand up
Right.
at the way the younger
Right,
ones did.
right.
So I got a
Right.
theory. I think the Panama rum has a ceiling on the aging. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be
Really?
wrong. But the other one was a Cuban one. And I was super excited about bringing this one back because Cuban is, of course, forbidden fruit here in the United
Sure,
States.
it's
And
verboten
I got this
in
one
German.
at Chateau du Whisky in Paris. If you're out in Paris, they have about 3 locations.
I think this is the one that you let me try.
But these guys have like anything you could possibly imagine, older or new. I always like to go by just to window shop. But the one thing I brought home that particular trip, and I spent €230 of my own money on it, was a plantation that was a Cuban one, and a pretty old one, and I just didn't like it. It disagreed with me. I was like, I don't care for the flavor of this. And for the most people I've tasted it, they agree with you. I've had 1 or 2 people say, oh, I really like that. I'm like, well, to each their own. And that's the whole point of kind of Plantaret is, showing that diversity of the terroir of rum and the fact that
Right.
rum can be very different. And we're very leery about, painting it into a corner as far as what expectations are of what it's supposed to taste like.
You really are. You have a lot of different things coming. Like, how many different versions of rum do you have? Do you know how many versions? I mean, every time you are here, you have something different. Plantaret certainly doesn't just say, here's our rum, this is it.
I don't have the count, There is a group in Sweden. We kill in Sweden, by the way. That's our most popular fan base, our most populous fan base is in
Okay.
Sweden. And there's a group
Nice.
out there. They call themselves the plantation or plantere addicts. And they actually printed and published an encyclopedia of our rums, 2 editions. There had to be
Wow.
2 editions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So y'all have that many.
Sure.
So you just always have a lot going on at a time. And that's what I really like is that there's so many different choices.
Yeah.
And so far, they're all really good.
I will also point out that there's a specific smell when someone opens up a quote unquote spice rum that to me turns me off a little bit.
I understand.
And I think that's the big commercial spice rum. When you guys
Yep.
do your rum, like none of your rums have that
Well, we don't do a spiced plantere.
at all. It just it never has that. I don't know how to even.
We do have our cane rock, which is our spiced rum, which is a completely different animal
Nice.
than plantere. But I know exactly what you mean. And what you have to remember about spiced rum is that it's got a lot of stuff in there than just rum, which is fine. As long as you're transparent about it and you're putting, you're making that information available, if not on the label, then on the website, then make the rum you want to make.
You're talking about like the added sugars and flavors that some of the big companies
Sure.
make, like that. Yeah.
Well, we add a little bit of sugar to some of these. This one's going to have a dosage is a little bit under. It's 4.5 grams per liter, and I this one I want to say is 16. But here's the point, though. It's not just as simple as we're sneaking sugar in there. When I say 4.5 grams per liter, we're talking less than half an ounce if it were a liter bottle. And this is not just white sugar we're putting in there. This is going to be brown sugar in its unrefined form that we are toasting, and we call it sucra toste. And we're going to put it inside a rum barrel and let it age with rum before we actually use it in the final blending before we bottle it. And the whole point of this is to give it a little bit of salting effect. We're not trying to sweeten anything. If you put and there's some people that that we have a lot of detractors that want to paint us with the same brush as some of the people who are putting a ton of sugar inside their rums. It's just not true. Not only do we not hide it, we're proud of it. Not every item has it. We don't use it for OFTD. We don't use it for a lot of our vintages and single casks. But the point is we want that salting effect. And we're going to add a little salt to a nice dish, not to make it salty, but to what?
Bring out the flavor.
bring
Bring out
flavors,
the
yeah,
flavor,
Bring out the
baby.
flavor. That's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Well, so it's
Yeah.
not as simple as pouring sugar out from a bag into a cup and tossing it in there. This is a very different.
We got
thing,
some knuckleheads out there that think we're disingenuous, if not outright dishonest about our practices, and it could not be the further thing from the truth.
Oh no,
you know,
I believe y'all are really honest about what you're doing.
It's pretty open out there, and again,
Yeah.
we're proud of it. We're proud of every ounce of what
You
we
should
do.
be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I say, I did not realize how much I liked rum until I met Dox and Plantere at the time, Plantere rum. Absolutely amazing. I mean, just all the way around.
That is the nicest thing anybody in
Really,
this room
I mean,
has ever said
truly,
about me.
it's great. The time and effort that y'all put into making the flavor of it good. I didn't know you could just sit there and sip rum. I thought rum was just made to be put into tropical drinks. Something tropical. We're gonna have something tropical fruity. We're gonna put some pineapple in it.
A
We're gonna have
hurricane,
rum.
maybe in a
Right,
glass
right.
that's this tall, right?
Yes, exactly. Something
Yeah.
like that. But then to find an actual rum that I sit there and, like I say, the Land Selection 12 that you had last time, I mean, it was just amazing to just sip that in the evening. I have to say that was one of the best things. And that's obviously y'all were blending. That's what you did. You blended the rum there. I mean, that was just an amazing blend. And that's, I truly mean that. It's really
Absolutely.
good stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well,
Tell me more about my eyes.
Oh, please tell me more.
your stuff
Enough
is
about
amazing.
me. Let's talk about what you think about me.
Yeah, that's right. Your stuff is amazing, and we have loved sampling all of it here on the show. These are amazing rums, and they continue to be amazing. And I love that you guys keep things affordable. That's such a huge plus in my book. And thank you for that. And it's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
sir.
It's always a pleasure to be on here. I love being here with you
We
guys.
appreciate it. Ian's not a big fan, but I think you're awesome.
That's all right. We got this close. This close, folks.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. We will be back. Ian, what are we looking at on next week's show?
Ooh, coming up next week. Well, I wish you'd have said it a little earlier. I'd have that right there. But next week we got Our old friend Mark Borrell will be back.
Looking
Oh, I
forward to
love
that.
Mark
So we'll be talking some
He's the
wine,
man.
some fun stuff.
We'll talk to you then. Have a great week, everybody, and cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.
Your side's sweet.